Katt Williams has once again made headlines after he exposed yet another deep, dark secret about fellow comedian Kevin Hart. Katt has been on a rampage recently, exposing big names in the industry for the messed up things they do behind closed doors in Hollywood.
That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is? What? Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
He has always had a very outspoken personality, and he's one of those people who are not afraid to speak their truth. And that is exactly why the Hollywood elites hate him. In his recent Club Shay Shay interview, he named a good handful of celebrities and exposed them for not only being part of the Hollywood elites, but also for being industry plants and gatekeepers.
We've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
From Steve Harvey to Cedric the Entertainer to Kevin Hart, Katt did not hold back. Speaking of Kevin Hart, Katt has once again revealed something about the comedian that has set the internet on fire. Remember the car accident that Kevin Hart went through back in 2019? Well, according to Katt, there is more than meets the eye about this whole incident. According to the outspoken comedian, this was some sort of messed up ritual that Kevin had to do in order to sell his soul to the Illuminati. And in exchange for that, he was given his career and all the success and money that came with it. Kevin had been getting on Katt's nerves for quite a while now, and that's the only reason Katt decided to expose him. But that's not all that Katt said during his interview on the Club Shay Shay podcast with Shannon Sharp. He spilled more beans about the kind of person that Kevin really is. From being an industry plant to having a fake career and having no morals or standards, Katt did not hold back when it came to exposing his fellow comedian. Fans are finally starting to realize that what Katt had been saying all along was all the truth because the dots are finally beginning to connect. You are watching the Celebrity Circle, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about how Katt Williams proved that Kevin Hart's car accident was a soul-selling drama. But before we get to telling you all the juicy tea on that, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future. So you guys know how Katt Williams has been on a rampage lately, calling all the big names in Hollywood out for all their shady businesses. One of the names that he decided to expose was that of none other than Kevin Hart, Katt's fellow comedian. Katt and Kevin have had a feud for as long as anyone can remember. They both hate each other, and they make it pretty obvious too. The only difference is Katt doesn't like Kevin because he's part of the Illuminati and has no morals, and Kevin doesn't like Katt because Katt exposes the Illuminati and its followers. Anyways, in a recent interview, Katt said some pretty shocking things about Kevin Hart. In the interview that Katt did with Shannon Sharp on the Club Shay Shay podcast, he said that he believed Kevin Hart to be the classic textbook definition of an industry plant. He also said that Kevin was unoriginal, and if that wasn't bad enough on its own, the outspoken comedian said that Kevin fakes his own success. According to Katt, no one ever has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. The only reason Kevin says his shows are successful is because he tries very hard to fake it all by paying people to attend his shows. But if that wasn't shady enough on its own, Katt even said that Kevin's whole career was manufactured for him by the industry elites, who use him like a puppet to portray narratives that they want.
He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before.
Katt wasn't even done exposing Kevin when Kevin decided to come for Katt and try and clear his name. In an interview that he did with The Breakfast Club, Kevin Hart tried his best to clear his name and accused Katt Williams of things. He said that Katt is only a hater because he knows he ruined his own career. When he was asked what he meant by that, he said that Katt chose drugs over his own career. This way, he had become a liability to the studios and they had to fire him.
My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
Oh.
Now calling Katt a drug addict isn't something new. Whenever Katt exposes the truth, people come at him accusing him of substance abuse. Even Dave Chappelle talked about this thing in the industry, that whenever someone is trying to speak the truth, the elites shut them up by calling them crazy.
So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit.
That's one of the oldest tricks in the book. Even Katt said that when someone speaks up against the Illuminati, they face troubles, and even the press hates that person because everything is controlled by the Illuminati.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
But hold on, Katt wasn't just going to let Kevin slander him like that. He had receipts, and he was going to show them to the world. He just exposed Kevin for selling his soul when he had a car accident back in 2019. But hold on a second, before we get to telling you about all of that, do us a little favor and share this video with a friend who might enjoy our content. According to Katt Williams, Kevin sold his soul to the Illuminati, and in exchange for his soul, he got all the fame and fortune that he has today. Now some of you might remember the time when Kevin Hart got into a car accident back in 2019. According to reports, he got a spine injury and things were pretty bad. Fans didn't even know if the comedian was going to make it out alive or not. But then, just 10 days after being in the hospital, the comedian was sent home. Fans just couldn't wrap their head around the fact that a spine injury was fixed in just 10 days, when those are the kind of injuries that can take months to heal. But this wasn't the only shady thing about the accident. There were 2 other people in the car with Kevin Hart when the accident happened. But when security arrived to the place, they only took Kevin to the hospital urgently, leaving the other 2 injured people behind. But hold on, if you think that was weird, wait till you get to hear about all the other details that don't make any sense. According to reports, Kevin wasn't the one who was driving, but despite this, he crawled out of the driver's seat window after the accident happened. Wouldn't it have been harder to get out of the driver's seat window if someone was sitting on the passenger seat in such a situation? All of these things just don't really add up, and that is exactly why not only Katt Williams, but also a good handful of fans believe that this accident was some sort of soul-selling ritual for Kevin Hart. But why would Kevin do any of that? And what's the proof that he did any of that? Well, don't worry, because Katt gave us all the proofs for that as well. In his Club Shay Shay interview, Katt said that there has never been any person in Hollywood who rose to fame the way Kevin Hart did. And that's all because he was a puppet to the industry. He had movie deals and promotions lined up for him unlike anyone else, and he wasn't even that great of a comedian. So how did he manage to make it to the top of the LA comedy scene when he wasn't even all that talented? Now that's a question that no one can answer unless you agree that Kevin did in fact sell his soul.
We've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
And if you still have doubts about him being a puppet, let us remind you of how he once swore that he'd never wear a dress for a role.
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
And then, not too long after that, he made an appearance on SNL in a dress. Katt pointed this out as well, saying that no matter how many times Kevin tries to tell us that he has free will, we all know the truth.
At the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
And that was all we had time for in today's video. Do you think Kevin Hart is going to respond to what Katt Williams said in the Club Shay Shay interview? What do you think is going to be his reaction to getting exposed like this? Who do you think Katt Williams is going to expose next? Let us know all your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future. And with all of that out of the way, as always, we will see you in our next video right here at the Celebrity Circle.